So here's three tight ends I'm looking to buy heading into Week 11. The first guy's Hayden Hurst of the Atlanta Falcons. Hurst, he's been solid now the last 4 weeks with double-digit fantasy points. He had a bye in Week 10, and now he's got a good matchup versus New Orleans in Week 11. So Hurst, the targets are there. In his last 2 games, 15 targets for Hurst, and he's not just touchdown dependent. In PPR leagues, he's got 7 games of double-digit fantasy points. I like the things Hurst is doing. Matt Ryan's back. Julio's there, so the attention rolling back to Julio, and it's opening up the middle of the field for Hurst. He's going to have a lot of indoor games coming up now in the next 3 or 4 weeks. I like Hurst the rest of the way. He's in a good offense. He's on a team where Ryan and the Falcons, they're going to be trailing because of that defense a lot and throwing the ball 35, 40 times easily. And Hurst, you don't got to pay a big price to get him. And so if he's out there on the trade block, go out there and get Hayden Hurst. He's going to deliver for you in many ways this year. The next guy is Engram of the New York Giants. He's had a bad week versus Philly in Week 10, 3 targets, 2 catches, 15 yards. But I think Philly was just zoning in on him. Now Engram goes on by, but after that he's got Cincy and Seattle coming up. And those 2 matchups he could definitely exploit and get it going. Coming into this game, Engram had 29 targets in his last 3 games. Just this game, the game plan was different. The Giants ran the ball a little more with Daniel Jones running a few and Wayne Gallman. But now, once they come back off a bye, I'm going to expect Evan Engram to keep it going and get it going once again. So go out there and try to trade Engram, especially that he's heading into a bye week off a down week. And the last guy on this list, I'm going to try to get a tight end, is Ebron of the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's had a decent fantasy season. Before this week, he had 3 games with double-digit fantasy points. And this week, he just didn't get enough targets or the looks in the red zone, but he's got a good outlook. Teams, they're not paying attention to him. He's the 4th or 5th option over there, and he's a sneaky guy each and every week that you could just put in your lineup, and he's still going to get you anywhere from 6 to 10 points. It's not the worst thing in the world, but Ebron, he's an athletic tight end. We saw him a few years ago in Indianapolis have 12 touchdowns receiving, and this year I could see a couple more big games out of him. So Eric Ebron, I don't think you're going to pay much at all. He might even be dropped after this week. So whichever the case is, have Ebron because he's going to help you win some fantasy games along the way. So that's 3 tight ends I'm looking to get heading into Week 11.